Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your June 2024 general reading. We are looking at the first half of June, roughly from the 1st to the 15th, and this reading is for our beloved bulls, the earth sign of Taurus. Welcome everyone. As always, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch these videos. It's truly a blessing to be able to do this, and you are part of that blessing, so thank you. Okay, Taurus, if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Taurus, this video is for you. If you're cross-watching for a Taurus, this video is also relevant. It is a general reading, so it may resonate a little differently for everyone who watches. But if you know any or all of your other sign placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, watch those videos as well for additional insight and perspective into your own situation. And if something really does hit home, if it really does resonate with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at it, or you simply like the reading style, if you are interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can see that contact info by clicking the description of this video. I would love to hear from you, and I can usually get back to you within 24 hours with more information. I do offer a pretty wide array, a pretty wide variety of reading options in all areas of life, different types, lengths, styles, budgets, spreads. There's something in there for everyone, and I'm pretty diligent about the timely scheduling of readings as well. So if you're interested, please email me. I would be delighted. All right, let's move right into this. Taurus, let's see what the first half of June 2024 looks like for you. I am using the Royal Deluxe Tarot, clarifying with the Gilded Tarot, both by Ciro Marchetti. We begin with the Five of Wands. Little conflict, internal, external, both. Competitive energy. Six of Swords, healing. Difficulty in agreeing here. The Five of Swords, winning at all costs, not willing to back down. Is it worth it? With the Ten of Wands. So tens numerically in the tarot represent the end of a cycle, or a cycle coming full circle. Representing, at the end of your rope, you've got to lay down this burden. I mean, both of these cards together is, I'm going to do whatever it takes to bring something to a close because I just can't keep doing this anymore. Something may have started out as only one or two wands, but it's gradually become quite heavy. And it's like, I'm determined at all costs to get out from underneath this, to move forward somehow. But it may be some of you, there may be somebody else or other people that aren't in agreement with you. Some of that conflict may be within yourself as well. Next, we have the Eight of Wands, which is moving forward very decisively. This can be a card of actual travel, conversations, plans. It's having a specific destination or a specific focus and moving very aggressively, very assertively towards that. With the Six of Cups, which is often a card primarily associated with history, the past, nostalgia, home, family, roots of origin. It doesn't have to go all the way back to childhood, but it does represent history. Traveling back home, moving back home, going back to a place where you going back to a place where you feel you didn't have the same kind of cares and concerns and troubles and issues you do now. Whether it's realistic or not remains to be seen, because the Six of Cups can also be a card of, looking at things through rose-colored glasses, much like a child does. But we'll see. It feels like someone's determined to move forward, to get away, like no matter what. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy focus theme is the Two of Cups. So there's a relationship central here. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. For some of you it might be. Others of you it might be a best friend. Some other karmic connection here. It may be the other person that you're having this conflict with, or it may be the two of you together that are having a conflict about like with somebody else or with other people. Let's peel it back a bit. Let's take a look at that Two of Cups. I mean, this is a general reading, right? And of course, not every reading is going to be about, you have to try and interpret, especially in general readings, from more than just one area. Although sometimes some readings are heavily skewed, in one energy. So we know that the primary focus or the primary theme of the first half of June is this Two of Cups. Now, even in business, work, and career, the Two of Cups means a really great connection, or a person, place, or situation that you have that karmic connection in, even though, soulmates aren't everything they're cracked up to be. Karmic connections, whether they're people or places or situations or jobs, are meant for the purpose of growth and evolvement through learning, right? Whether or not they remain in our lives for our entire lives in a physical sense is one thing, but the lessons and growth that we gain from those connections will last a lifetime. So that's what's primary here, whether it's romantic or whether it's friendship. We have the Five of Cups. So things didn't work out. Something didn't work out the way that you wanted it to, because the Five of Cups is a card of grief, loss, regret. Maybe some poor decisions were made as well. There are still two cups upright and full, though, so not all is lost. The danger, and thereby the cautionary advice with the Five of Cups, is don't get too caught up in what didn't work out, looking back at the past, except to learn the lessons from it and take those valuable lessons with you. But don't get too stuck. Judgment, making a significant, perhaps life path changing decision. The Seven of Pentacles, taking stock of what you have and asking yourself, what do I need to do to move forward to have the greatest success in moving forward? So it's quite clear that something didn't work out the way that you thought it would. There's some sorrow, some loss, some grief, some regret perhaps, and you're assessing, taking stock, taking inventory, and trying to make a significant decision moving forward that will likely change your life path. Now, because this is a general reading and it's clarifying this as the subject matter, it can be a breakup. It can be, and conflict in that and moving forward, because it's quite clear that somebody is really determined to move forward, to move away. And I feel like some of you that actually might be physically moving or traveling or relocating. But there's conflict about it. Now, if you're breaking up with someone, it could be conflict with that person. If the two of you are still united, but for some of you, there might be conflict within that. It's like, no, maybe we should stay, or no, maybe we should do this. And the other person is like, no, but I want to, somebody's really determined to move on. It might be conflict within this partnership or union. For others of you, it might be that there isn't anything particularly wrong with your relationship. Every relationship has its challenges, but there's a determination to move forward, and it might be conflict with other people. Let's take a look at that Five of Wands and Six of Swords. Because somebody believes that the healing and the best way forward is forward and away, and it may be that somebody else doesn't. Yeah, the Devil. Circular, cyclical, unhealthy habits, patterns, decisions, relationships. The Eight of Wands again. The Chariot, success on a challenging path, also moving forward. It feels here like there's a scenario in my head for some of you that you made a decision, maybe you moved somewhere, and you thought it was going to be this, you had this idea, this hope, this goal as to what it was going to be, and it didn't work out, and you want to leave. You're like, okay, I'm going to make another major decision, and I'm going to go start over here. I'm going to go back here and start over, or something like that. And somebody else is saying, I don't want to do that. You're always doing that, or we're always doing that, or, starting over and starting over and starting over and starting over. There's a different kind of root problem here that needs to be addressed so that you don't have to keep starting over again. There's an implication here that there's a deeper issue, and that deeper issue needs to be dealt with so that there's not always this starting, failing, constantly moving around, right? And for some of you, it might be actual physical moving, like trying to change your life by doing a geographical. But the only way geographical moves to change your life work is if you fundamentally deal with the issues that cause the mess you're moving away from, right? It could be you, it could be somebody close to you, but the conflict is about that. There's kind of like dissension in the rakes. You can't agree. 5 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Four of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups again, and the 8 of Cups, leaving, walking away, leaving behind something which is ultimately unsatisfying. It may be that there's been some financial and material issues, wealth, problems, work, money, jobs. And I feel here like some of you are either moving back home or moving to be with family or moving back to a place that maybe you moved from before, but it didn't work out, so now you're moving back. It may be that some of you may not be moving back home or back to somewhere familiar, but it may be that some of you or the person close to you is having kind of an almost childlike, too idealistic, not realistic enough perspective that the grass is always greener on the other side. But then here with the 8 of Wands and the 6 of Cups, it's like there's taking off anyway. I mean, it's like, no, I'm going over here. I'm going to do this thing. I've made this decision. I'm going to do it no matter what. 8 of Wands, 6 of Cups. Yep, Ace of Wands. Off on a new adventure, off on a new beginning. Wheel of Fortune, the Star, and the Fool, hoping that change will bring the change that I need. Staying hopeful, optimistic, positive about the future. There is an indication here that even if you're being overly idealistic, that you are on the right path. But caution, there's also some energy here that there's a pattern here that isn't healthy. It's kind of like you move to get a new start, but you bring your same ideologies, your same perspective, your same belief system, the same way of doing things to the new place, so the same old thing continues to happen, and you keep place hopping. Now, it might not be an actual place, it could be relationships, it could be anything really. There's a sense that starting over is actually the right idea, but more than just geographical, more than just practical, right? It's also about changing what's going on in here and in here. So let's end with advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit. Yeah, 10 of Swords just kind of flipped out. This is coming to the challenging and sometimes painful understanding that something is at an end, it didn't work out, and it's time to move on. So kind of an indication that you're on the right path. But Swords is mental too, so it's also about taking lessons learned with you, adapting and changing your behavior patterns and mindset so that you don't continue making the same mistakes. The World, yep. The last major arcana card in the tarot. This is a card that represents one major cycle, a chapter, a set of chapters in your life. One phase of your life is done, so it's off to something new, which is the Fool, which is the very first major arcana card, which you have too, right? So it's clear, yeah, Death. It's clear you're on the right path. Endings and change, Ace of Cups. But take those lessons learned, take the value, albeit painful, but take the value of the lessons learned moving forward so that you don't repeat the same patterns, decisions that led to something not working out. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Taurus, those are your messages for the first half of June 2024. I hope that they were helpful. I hope you found them relevant and useful. Again, if it really did hit home, it really resonated with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, or you simply like the reading style, if you are interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can see that contact info by clicking the description of this video. I would be delighted to hear from you and even more delighted to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the June mid-month readings. Stay safe and well, be happy, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.